All right. Good morning, everybody. It's a blessing to see you all this morning. My name is Jay, and this is going to be a 60-minute Vinyasa flow yoga class based on Ashtanga philosophy, Iyengar style. So I mentioned in my Facebook post and in my email, the theme of the class today is how to cultivate compassion through yoga practice. So we'll be practicing and working on two energy centers. One is called the heart energy center, that is called Anahata Chakra, the energy center of love, compassion, service, peace, joy residing in us. And the next energy center we're going to focus is a orange light shining out your pubic bone that controls your addiction, sensuality, relationships, and so on. These two together cultivate compassion in us. That's the plan. Now, as far as the yoga sequence is concerned, we are going to develop a yoga sequence. First, we do simple anatomical movements. Then we add more and more poses into it. Then the fifth time when you come for the same sequence, we'll be add warrior 1, warrior 2, warrior 3, etc. That's the plan. Then we'll do another sequence where we'll sensitize the heart chakra and the Kegel floor chakra. Now the last part is we are going to end up this meditation with a compassion meditation focusing on the heart chakra. What basically that means is I want you to focus on your heart and your compassion. Now sometimes people say they cannot see the lights, they cannot see the chakras. That doesn't really matter. So what you need to do is when I say compassion, love, etc., bring into your subconscious mind, you are compassionate, you have the ability to love and so on. So you are speaking to your subconscious mind, you're empowering your subconscious mind. And the subconscious mind is like a faithful friend. So it will act upon when you need it. That's the plan today. Now, let us start the mindful breathing. Right palm on the navel, left palm over the chest. Keep your head straight and look towards the front mirror. Deep inhale through nostrils. Open up the chest as much as you can. Open up the abdomen as much as you can. Exhale with the mouth open, making the hissing or whispering noise. As I mentioned to you, when you make the hissing or whispering noise, you're massaging your thyroid and parathyroid. Deep inhale again. So when you fill up the lungs, when you're opening up the lungs and pushing the lungs of the sternum, you're massaging your thymus gland, improving your immunity. And exhale. After pushing the nerve to your spine, when you lift your diaphragm high, recognize you're massaging your heart, your liver, and the pancreas. Deep inhale again. Hold your breath, because that is the time you give an opportunity for the oxygen and carbon dioxide to exchange. And exhale. Gently, consistently, squeezing your glottis. Deep inhale again. Imagine the air is going from the nostrils, your pharynx, your larynx, your trachea, filling up the lungs, pushing the diaphragm down. And exhale. The exhalation starts with you pushing the nerve to your spine, lifting the diaphragm high, squeezing the chest. Continue, deep inhale again. Hold. And exhale. Inhale again. Feel the movement of your chest, feel the movement of sternum, feel the movement of intercostals, feel the movement of diaphragm, feel the movement of your rectus abdominis, feel the movement of your obliques. And exhale. Close your lips. Deep inhale through the nostrils. Hold. Exhale the nostrils. I am going to take off my palm, but you do not take off your palms. Now, deep inhale again. Open up the chest, open up the lungs, open up the sternum, fill up the lungs as much as you can, like a balloon. Feel the pressure inside your lungs and hold it. And exhale. Push the nerve to the spine, lift the diaphragm high, squeeze the abdomen, squeeze the chest, pressurize all that out, and hold it for another 2 seconds so that you can get ready for the next bout of inhalation. Deep inhale again. Hold. And exhale. Now close your eyes. Deep inhale the nostrils. Feel the movement of air from the nostrils to your pharynx, your larynx, to your trachea, filling up the lungs, opening up the chest, pushing the diaphragm down, air going all the way to Kegel floor you can recognize. And exhale, push the neck to the spine, lift the diaphragm high, squeeze the abdomen, squeeze the chest, pressurize all the way out. Now, continue, deep inhale again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold, 2. Continue, do it your own time. 4 seconds deep inhalation. Hold it for 4 seconds. And exhale in 6 seconds. Hold it for another 2 seconds. Now every inhalation, imagine you are taking in a bright yellow light. The bright yellow light of universal power, divinity, the universal abundance, divine power. Now you are in a yoga journey. That means you are divine because you have a clean mind, clean body, clean soul. So you are divine. The light you are inhaling is divine. So what is the difference? None. You are that light that belongs to you. Take it in with every breath of your life. Now you can also imagine with every inhalation a green light shining on your heart. The green light of love that leads to compassion. And the green light of compassion that will service and peace and joy residing in you. Every inhalation you can also imagine an orange light shining on your pubic bone. The orange light that controls addiction, sensuality and relationships. Inhale, hold and exhale at your own pace. Every inhalation, imagine you are filling up the lungs, pushing the lungs against your sternum, massaging your thymus gland. Every exhalation, you are recognizing how you are massaging your heart, your liver, your pancreas, your thyroid, your parathyroid. And remember, however we do the yoga, what are the philosophy we pursue in yoga? Yoga is our ability to prevent the deviation of the mind. So when you focus on your breath, when you listen to the music of your breath, when you recognize the air is going from the nostrils all the way to the Kegel floor, when you feel the movement of your sternum, your intercostals, your diaphragm, your rectus abdominis, your obliques, when you recognize the massaging effect on the heart, your liver, your pancreas, the thymus gland, there is no way the mind we can wander. That means your mind is with you. Yoga is a mindful journey. Yoga is our ability to prevent the deviation of the mind. Now why we need that focus? Why we need that mindfulness? It's just a long journey. There are a lot of things in your life. Your strengths, your weaknesses, your imperfections, your money, your job, your relationships, your health, your beauty, etc. can act as a distraction in that journey. So when you focus on your mind, when you focus on your body, when you focus on your breathing, you are completely mindful of what you are doing. As I said, yoga is a journey to clean your mind, body and the soul. We need a lot of focus in that one. For the next 40 to 45 minutes, I want you to focus on your breath, focus on your body, how the energy flows in your body, how you are optimizing your pause to get that stability. Then we all move together to the path, to the goal of a clean mind, clean body, clean soul. 2 more to go. Deep inhale. Hold. And exhale. One last one, everybody. Deep inhale. Hold. And exhale. Open your eyes. Place the palms on either side of your body, fingers touching the floor, and look towards the firmware. With the deep inhale, lift your arms above the sky, press the palms together, externally focusing onto your thumb. When you exhale, stretch your arms sideways and twist the trunk. Right palm behind you, left palm in front, push the knee to the spine, lift the diaphragm high. Use the power of your arm to twist the trunk, focus onto the right hip, expelling all the right. Continue, deep inhale, lift your arms above the sky, press the palms together, focusing on your thumb, lift your chest up, lift your shoulders up. When you exhale, stretch your arms sideways and twist the trunk, focus onto the left hip, expelling all the way around. Now you're using the power of your arm to do 2 things. Now you're pressing the palms onto the floor, so you're lifting your chest up, then twisting the tongue at the same time. Then you're looking at your left hip, expelling all that out. Continue deep inhale with your arms above the way to sky, press the palms together, focusing onto your thumb. When you exhale, place the palms on the other side, push the navel to the spine, lift the diaphragm high, curve your body, look at your navel, expelling all that out. Hold it there. At this point, you're pushing the navel to the spine, you're lifting the diaphragm high. You're going to recognize a string connecting the ends and the navel. You're squeezing the string, you're lifting up, you're curving your body, looking at your navel, expelling all that out. Continue deep inhale with your arms above the sky, press the palms together. When you exhale, lean your body forward, press the palms to the floor, walk your arms forward like a spider, pushing the chest onto the floor, sink deeper and deeper onto the mat, making sure your hip is still grounded. One more inhalation, straighten the arm a little bit, create the space between the vertebrae. Exhale, flex your body a little bit forward. It's a nice time for you to engage your erector spinae muscles, your glute, your hamstrings. With a deep inhale, lift your body up, lift your arms up. When you exhale, right arm down, left arm towards the right wall, turn the head to the sky, bend your right elbow a little bit. You're focusing on your left elbow, opening up the chest along the side. Continue deep inhale, lift your arms above the sky. When you exhale, left arm down, right arm towards the left wall, turn the head to the sky, stack the right shoulder off the left shoulder so you can open up the chest along the side. With a deep inhale, lift your arms above the sky. Exhale, stretch your arm sideways and twist the tongue, right palm behind you, left palm in front, push the navel to the spine, lift the diaphragm high, focusing onto the right hip. Continue deep inhale, lift your arms above the sky. Exhale, twist it on the other side, focusing onto the left hip, expelling all that out. With the deep inhale, lift your arms above the way to the sky. Exhale, arms by the side, push the navel to the spine, lift the diaphragm high, curve your body, look at your navel. Stay there, everybody. Keep your eyes closed, because any time in yoga practice, when I ask you to close your eyes, my intention is to bring a chakra, the energy center, because the white light can act as a distraction from the chakra. So when you close your eyes, you can sensitize the chakra perfectly, powerfully. Now imagine an orange light shining on your pubic bone. The orange light that controls your addiction, sensuality, relationships. That is the one leading you to lead a life of compassion. So every inhalation ignite that orange light brighter and brighter. Now as I said, you may not be able to see that light. But what I want to recognize is, what are the places where you have been compassionate in your life? Bring that thoughts in your mind and deliberately write in your brain that you are compassionate. So as I said, compassion is like a faithful friend. It will act upon when you need it. One more time, deep inhale and exhale. Next, inhale, lift your arms above the way to the sky. Exhale, lean your body forward. Press the arms on the floor. Walk your arms forward. Put the chest onto the floor. Sink deeper and deeper. Now imagine a green light shining on your heart. The green light of love, compassion, service, peace, and joy residing in you. So even if you're not able to see that light, bring into your mind all the actions where you love somebody, where you're compassionate to somebody, when you serve somebody, when you smile at somebody. Bring that into your mind. One more time, deep inhale, hold, and exhale. Next inhale, lift your body up, lift your arms up. Exhale, arms by the side of your body and stand up at the center of the mat. Bring the feet together into the mountain. The midline of the feet touching each other. The deep inhale, lift your arms above the sky, press the palms together, focusing onto your thumb. When you exhale, flex your body forward as much as you can. Bend your knee if you want to. You're focusing on your toes. Press the palms on either side of your body. Now, at this time in the beginning, if you want to bend your knee, that's okay. So you can relax your hamstrings, your glute. So you can flex your body as much as you can. With a deep inhale, lift your body up, lift your arms up. When you exhale, hold on to the left side, flex your body in plane to the right, focusing onto the left elbow, making sure left feet is completely grounded. With a deep inhale, lift your arms above the sky. Exhale with the other side, focusing on the right elbow, making sure right feet is completely grounded. With a deep inhale, lift your arms above the sky. Exhale, bend your body back. Drop the head back, lifting your chin high, pushing the hip forward. Open up the chest as much as you can. With a deep inhale, lift your arms above the sky. Stay there and exhale. Next inhale, go for an axial extension. Lift your heels high, lift your knee high, lift your hip high, rib cage high, shoulders high, elbows high, arms high. Exhale, feet onto the floor. Deep inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, stretch your arms sideways. So when I say stretch your arms sideways, create the space between the rib cages, between the shoulder blades as much as you can. Then exhale, twist the trunk, look towards the right middle finger. Feet together, the midline of the feet touching each other. Continue, deep inhale, lift your arms up all the way to the sky. Exhale, stretch your arms sideways and twist the trunk, focus on the left middle finger. With a deep inhale, lift your arms up all the way to the sky. Exhale, flex your body as much as you can. This time you are keeping your knee a little bit straight. Now, bending your left knee, using your left palm to hold on to the right angle. With a deep inhale, right arm up all the way to the sky. Looking along the arms to the sky. Stacking the right shoulder on the left shoulder. Stay there, one more breath. Deep inhale. Exhale, right arm down. Now, bending your right knee, holding on to the left ankle. With a deep inhale, left arm up all the way to the sky. Looking along arm to the sky. Stay there for another breath, everybody. Deep inhale. And exhale, arms behind the calf muscle. Chin touching your knee, exhaling all the way around. And deep inhale to half forward stance. Pressing the palms on the shin, straightening the spine, look towards the front mirror. Exhale into full forward bend. With a deep inhale, lift your arms up into the chair. Pressing the palms together, knees together, sinking deeper and deeper. Focusing on your thumb. Every inhalation, you can lift your arms up a little bit. Every exhalation, sink deeper and deeper. A deep inhale, arms to the center of your heart. Exhale, twist the trunk. Left elbow to right thigh. Press the palms together. Twist the trunk. Looking at the sky. And deep inhale, come back to the center. Exhale to the other side. Maybe you can open up your arms as much as you can. Or you can bring the right arm all the way around and hold on to the right hip if you want to. Twist the trunk as much as you can. And deep inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, flex your body forward. Lock your toes, move the feet wider. And deep inhale into Ubhavesasana, pressing the palms together. Using the elbows to push the knees away from you. Moving to the hip to the left and the right. Maybe to the front and the back. Or making the rotation if you want to. The key here is 3. Press the palms together. Use the elbows to push the knees away from you. Keeping your spine straight. Move as much as you can to relax all the muscles around your head. With a deep inhale, lift your body up. Toes, heels, toes, heels. Exhale, arms by the side of your body. So we are going to continue the same sequence, adding more poses into it. Inhale and up. And exhale. So inhale and up. And exhale. Inhale and up. Exhale to the back bend. Inhale and up. Stay there and exhale. And deep inhale, exhale, extension. Exhale, feet onto the floor. And deep inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, stretch your arms sideways and twist the trunk. Focus on the right middle finger. With a deep inhale, lift your arms up all the way to the sky. Exhale, stretch your arms sideways and twist the trunk. Focus on the left middle finger. With a deep inhale, lift your arms up all the way to the sky. Exhale into Uttanasana, forward bend. Expelling all the way around. Bending your left knee, holding on to the right angle. With a deep inhale, apply it for the Uttanasana. Exhale, right arm down. Bending your right knee, holding on to the left angle. And left arm up all the way to the sky. Exhale, arms behind the calf muscle, chin touching your knee, expelling all the way around. And deep into half forward stance. Exhale into full forward bend. And deep inhale into the chair. Lift your arms up all the way to the sky. Exhale, revolve chair. And deep inhale, come back to the center. Exhale to the other side. And come back to the center. And flex your body forward into Uttanasana. Lock your toes, move the feet wider. And deep inhale into Ubhavesasana. So up to here we did before. Now from here I'm going to incorporate sun salutation 1. Exhale, press the palms to the floor, slowly walk back into the parallel plank. Engaging your core muscle, pushing the navel to the spine, lifting the diaphragm high, and deep inhale into the up dog. Toes pointed towards the back wall, your elbows are together, you're squeezing the shoulder blades, you're looking at the sky, and your hip is down, but not touching the floor, hyperextending the spine. Exhale into the down dog, inverted letter V. So walk your feet as much as you can. So you're exaggerating the movement of your heels, exaggerating the movement of your knee, exaggerating the movement of your shoulder, exaggerating the action of your calf muscles, your hamstrings, your glute, your erectospinal muscle. Once you're comfortable, your feet on the floor, your knees are straight, tailbone to the sky, your shoulders push towards your knee, your head is active between your arms, you are like an inverted letter V or a mountain, downward facing dog. One more to go. Deep inhale, hold, and exhale. Next inhale, walk forward into Uttanasana, forward bend. Stay there and exhale. With a deep inhale, lift your body up, lift your arms up. Exhale, arms by the side of your body. Continue. Inhale and up. Exhale as we did before. So we are going a little faster. And deep inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale to the other side. And deep inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale for a back bend. And deep inhale, lift your arms up. Stay there and exhale. And deep inhale for an exhale extension. And exhale. And deep inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, stretch your arms sideways and twist the palm, focus on the right middle finger. And deep inhale, lift your arms upward with the sky. Exhale, stretch your arms sideways and twist the palm, focus on the left middle finger. And deep inhale, lift your arms upward with the sky. Exhale, flex your body forward as much as you can. This time keep your legs straight, press the palms on inside, bending your left knee, holding on the right angle, and right arm upward with the sky. Exhale, right arm down, bending your right knee, holding on the left angle, and left arm upward with the sky. Exhale, arms behind the calf muscle, chin touching your knee, and pulling all the way around. And deep inhale, half forward stance. Exhale into full forward bend. And deep inhale to the chair, lift your arms upward with the sky. Exhale, twist the trunk. And come back to the center. Exhale to the other side. Open up your chest as much as you can. And come back to the center. Exhale, flex your body forward, lock your toes, move the feet wider. Get into Ubhavesasana. So as I told in the Ubhavesasana, your feet has to be 45 degrees. The weight is evenly on the front and the back of the feet. Now, use your elbows to push the knees away from you, keeping your spine straight. Opening up the hip as much as you can. Exhale into the parallel plank. Hold it there. And deep inhale into the up dog. Exhale into the down dog. Get all four. Deep inhale into the cow. Palms below your shoulder. Knees below your hip. Toes pointed towards the back wall. Into the cow. Exhale. Push the neck to the spine. Lift the diaphragm high. Tuck your toes inside. Lift your body up into the down dog. With a deep inhale, right arm forward. Exhale, hold on to the left angle in the down dog. Revolve down dog. And deep inhale, right arm forward. Exhale, right palm on the floor. And deep inhale, left arm forward. Exhale, twist the tongue, hold on to the right angle. And deep inhale, left arm forward. Exhale, left arm on the floor. Let's do one more time. All four, deep inhale into the cow. Squeezing the shoulders. Squeezing the shoulders, looking at the sky, navel to the floor. Exhale, push the neck to the spine, lift the diaphragm high, curve your body, tuck your toes inside, lift your body up into the down dog. And deep inhale, right arm forward. Exhale, hold on to the left angle. And deep inhale, right arm forward. Exhale, right arm on the floor. And deep inhale, left arm forward, and hold on to the right angle. Look towards right wall. And deep inhale, left arm forward. Exhale, left arm on the floor. And walk forward into Uttanasana, forward bend. Stay there and exhale. And deep inhale, lift your arms upward to the sky. Exhale, arms by the side of your body. Continue the same sequence. Now we're going to add warrior 1 and warrior 2 in that one. Inhale and up. And exhale. Inhale and up. And exhale. Inhale and up. Exhale to the back bend. Inhale and up. Stay there and exhale. And deep inhale, lift your heels up, knee up. Exhale, feet on the floor. Inhale and up. Exhale, stretch your arms sideways. Twist the trunk, focus on the right middle finger. And deep inhale, lift your arms above the sky. Exhale to the other side, focusing on the left middle finger. And deep inhale, lift your arms above the sky. Exhale, flex your body forward as much as you can. Bending your left knee, holding on the right angle. With a deep inhale, right arm above the sky. Exhale, right arm down. Bending your right knee, holding on the left angle, and left arm above the sky. Exhale, arms with the calf muscle, chin touching your knees, putting all that out. And deep into half forward stance. Exhale into full forward bend. And lock your toes, move the feet wider, and deep inhale into Ubhavesasana. And exhale, press the palms of the floor, slowly walk back into the parallel plank. And deep inhale into the up dog. Exhale into the down dog. With a deep inhale, right leg up and forward into warrior 1. Front feet is front mirror, back feet is on the floor. Looking towards the front mirror, lift your arms above the sky. Open up the chest as much as you can. Now this time, if you are able, close your eyes gently. And imagine the green light shining on your heart. Every inhalation, ignite that green light brighter and brighter heart. And exhale, sink deeper and deeper. Open up the chest as much as you can. making sure your feet is completely grounded. One more to go deep in here. Hold and exhale. Last one, deep in here. Exhale into warrior two towards the front mirror. In the warrior two, your front feet is towards the front mirror. Back feet is on the floor. Your knees are stacked over the heels. You are stretching your arms to the front and the back. If you are leaning forward, pull it back. Open up the chest as much as you can. Now again, keep your eyes closed. Now imagine the orange light shining on a pelvic bone. The orange light that controls addiction, sensuality, and relationships. Every inhalation, ignite that orange light brighter and brighter. One more to go deep in here. Hold and exhale. Last one, everybody, deep in here. Exhale, windmill, pull the front leg back into the parallel plank. And deep inhale to the up dog. Exhale into the down dog. With a deep inhale, left leg up and forward into warrior one. Sink deeper and deeper. Opening up the chest as much as you can. Lift your arms above the sky. Open up the heart. Every inhalation, lift your arms above the sky. And recognize yoga is uplifting. Every exhalation, sink deeper and deeper. Recognizing yoga is grounding. Keep your eyes closed. One more to go deep in here. Hold. Exhale into warrior two towards the front mirror. So as I said, front feet is just the front mirror. The weight is evenly on the front and the back, the inside and outside. Knees stacked over the heels, thighs parallel. Back feet is on the floor. Open up the chest as much as you can. If you're leaning forward, pull it back. Hold it there, everybody. Two more to go deep in here. Hold and exhale. The last one, deep in here. Exhale, windmill, pull the front leg back into the parallel plank. And deep inhale to the up dog. Exhale to the down dog. And walk forward into Uttanasana, forward bend. Stay there and exhale. And deep inhale, lift your arms above the sky. Exhale, arms at the center and by the side of your body. Continue, last one, the same sequence. Inhale and up. And exhale, as I said here, we are going to add now warrior three. And inhale and up. And exhale to the other side. Inhale and up. Exhale to the back bend. Inhale and up. Stay there and exhale. Next inhale, go for an exhale extension. And exhale. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, twist the tongue, focus towards the right middle finger, feet together. And the deep inhale, lift your arms above the sky. Exhale, stretch your arms sideways, focus on to the left middle finger. And deep inhale, lift your arms above the sky. Exhale, flex your body forward as much as you can, bending your left knee, holding on to the right angle. With a deep inhale, right arm above the sky. Exhale, right arm down, bending your right knee, holding on to the left angle, and left arm above the sky. Exhale, arms bend the calf muscle, chin touching your knees, pulling all around, and deep into half forward stance. Exhale into full forward bend. And deep inhale to chair. Feet together, knees together, lift your arms above the sky. As I told before, in the chair, feet is completely grounded. If you're not feeling the grounding of the feet, you may have to move your knee or you have to move your hip. So you sink deeper and deeper. Lift your arms above the sky. Exhale, twist the trunk. Lift your arms above the sky. And come back to the center. Exhale to the other side, left arm above the sky. And come back to the center. Exhale, flex your body forward, lock your toes, move the feet wider. And deep inhale into Ubhaveshasana. As we did before, move the hip to the left and the right. One more to go deep in here. Hold. Exhale, press the palms of the floor, walk back into the parallel plank. And deep inhale into the up dog. Exhale into the down dog. All four, deep inhale into the cow. Exhale into the cat, lift your body up into the down dog. To the deep inhale, right arm forward. Exhale, hold on to the left angle. And deep inhale, right arm forward, and right palm on the floor. And deep inhale, left arm forward, and holding on to the right angle. And deep inhale, left arm forward, exhale, left palm on the floor. With a deep inhale, right leg up and forward into a warrior one. Open up the chest as much as you can. Exhale into warrior two. And deep inhale into the Ckakras launch. Exhale into warrior three, leaning your body forward, lifting the left leg up, arms forward. Focus is between the palms towards the femur. Now make the hip neutral. One more to go. Deep inhale. Hold. Exhale, arms on the floor. With a deep inhale, left arm up over the sky. Stacking the left hip over the right hip. Straighten the standing leg a little more. One more to go deep in here. Hold. Exhale, left arm down. Now with the deep inhale, right arm above the sky. Left leg is still up, twisting the trunk. One more to go deep in here. Exhale, right arm down. And deep inhale, lift your arms above the sky into the crescent lunge. Exhale, press the palms of foot, pull the front leg back into the parallel plank. And deep inhale to the up dog. Exhale to the down dog. With the deep inhale, left leg up and forward into a warrior one. First, exhale into warrior two. So sink deeper and deeper. One more time, deep inhale, hold, and exhale. Next inhale, lift your arms up into the crescent lunge. Chandrasana, open up the chest as much as you can. Exhale into warrior three. As I told before, warrior one shows the grace we seek in the yoga practice. Warrior two represent the stability in our yoga practice and life. Warrior three represent the balance in our life. Press the palms onto the floor with a deep inhale, right arm above the sky. Now stacking the right hip over the left hip. Now straighten the standing leg a little bit. One more to go deep inhale. Hold. Exhale, right arm down. Right leg is still up. With a deep inhale, left arm above the sky, looking along down to the sky. One more to go deep inhale. Exhale, left arm down. And deep inhale, right arm up all the way to sky into the crescent lunge. Exhale, press the palms of foot, pull the foot back into the parallel plank. And deep inhale to the up dog. Exhale to the down dog. And walk forward into Uttanasana, forward bend. Stay there and exhale. And deep inhale into your arms above the sky. Exhale, arms by the side of your body. Now right feet onto the left thigh. Arms at the center of your heart into the tree. Lift your arms above the sky. Open up the chest as much as you can. Hold it there. Now there are three things you have to do in this pose. Number one, you can place your feet either below the knee or on the knee or over the thighs. But I always suggest over the knee because we don't put a lot of pressure on the kneecap. Lift it up as much as you can. Now open up the hip as much as you can. Lift your arms up all the way to the sky. Stay there everybody. Deep in here. Hold. And exhale. Last and deep in here. Hold it there. Left foot on the right thigh. Making sure you're lifting it up as much as you can. Open up the chest as much as you can. Lift your arms up all the way to the sky. Now every inhalation, lift your arms up. As I mentioned to you before, a tree pose is a true presentation of the meaning of yoga. Trying to reach that divine power. Cleaning your mind, body and the soul. Recognizing we are all grounded in the humanity. Yoga is a link between humanity and divinity. That's what these poses tell us. So in yoga, every pose has a philosophical significance, which you can align to, try to understand that. Then yoga becomes more of an intelligent activity, mindful meditation. One more time, deep inhale, hold, and exhale. Last one, deep inhale. Exhale, arms at the center, feet on the floor, and walk your feet. And deep inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale into the forward bend. Now everybody sit at the center of the mat and straighten the leg forward. And deep inhale, lift your arms above the sky. Now at this time, I want all of you to push the toes towards you, heels away from you, relax the hip gently, lift your arms up all the way to the sky. One more to go deep in here. When you exhale, lean your body forward, lock your toes, heels, or calf, wherever you can. Flex your body as much as you can. Chin touching your knee, spilling all that out. Now, if you want to, relax your hip a little bit more. Bend your knee if you want to. Flex as much as you can. Arms behind the calf muscles. One more to go deep in here. And exhale. Next inhale, lift your body up, lift your arms up. Exhale, arms behind your head. Now, where you place your arms based on how much pressure you feel. If I put here, too much pressure on the wrist. If I put it all the way back, too much pressure on the fingers. So find out if it is equally distributed. Now, bring the shoulder blades together, straighten the arm a little bit, feet together with a deep inhale into a reverse plank. Your goal is to lift your hip up, pushing the toes onto the floor, squeezing the shoulder blades, looking towards the back wall. One more to go deep inhale, hold, and exhale. By the way, this pose is called Paschimottanasana, Purvottanasana, west forward looking bend. One more time, deep inhale, Exhale, hip onto the floor with a deep inhale into the boat. So boat you can do 4 different ways. Option number 1, arms on the floor, keep your spine straight. That's option number 1. Option number 2, arms behind the hamstrings, keep your spine straight. Option number 3, straighten the knee, spine straight. Option number 4, arms forward, facing towards the front mirror, focusing on your toes. One more to go. Deep inhale, hold, and exhale. Last, deep inhale, exhale, feet on the floor, arms behind your head. And deep inhale, lift your hip up into the tabletop. Now your shoulders over the palms, your knees over your heels, your hip is up, you're looking towards the back wall. One more to go. Deep inhale, hold, and exhale. Well, last one, everybody. Deep inhale, hold, exhale, hip onto the floor, arms on the shin. Deep inhale, open up your chest. Exhale, roll back. And deep inhale, roll forward, look towards the front mirror. Exhale, roll back. And deep inhale, roll forward. Exhale, roll back into the Viparita Karani, placing the palms under the hip, lifting your hip up, leg towards the back wall. Stay there, everybody. Hold it there. Now your goal in this pause is to lift your hip up as much as you can so that hip is stacked over the shoulder. At the same time, you have to maintain the 90 degree angle with your thighs and the lower body. Hold it there. Now this pause is called Viparita Karani. Keep your eyes closed. Now imagine that orange light shining on your pubic bone. The orange light that controls addiction, sensuality, and relationship. In addition to that, you are massaging your thyroid and parathyroid. You're making your legs straight. Hold it there, everybody. Now, Viparita Karani is a prelude to the supported shoulder stance, which you're going to do next. One more to go. Deep inhale, hold, exhale, hip onto the floor, legs onto the floor, and deep inhale, arms move back. Exhale, bend both the knees towards your chest, chin touching your knee, pulling all the arms, squeezing your abdomen as much as you can. Hold it there. So this pose is called Pavanamuktasana. So what you're doing in this pose is you're squeezing your chest as much as you can. Every inhalation, you're opening up your lungs, pushing the diaphragm towards the internal organs. Every exhalation, you're using the power of your arms, the knee, your internal organs to push the diaphragm high towards your heart. That means you're relaxing your diaphragm. That means you're giving more space for the lungs to move up and down. That means you're improving your aerobic capacity. Pavanamuktasana. The most important yoga pose to improve the aerobic capacity. Hold it there. One more to go. Deep inhale, hold, and exhale. Next inhale, roll forward and look towards the front mirror. Exhale, roll back. And deep inhale, roll forward. Exhale, roll back. And deep inhale, roll forward. And roll back into the Viparita Karani one more time. Stay there. One more time into the Viparita Karani. You are lifting your hip up, supporting the weight of the hip with your palms under, your elbows under. Once you feel your hip is stacked over the shoulder, now you're going to lift your leg up all the way to sky into the supported shoulder stance. Now the angle between your lower body and the thigh is 180 degree. Reversing the flow of the lymph, improving your immunity, reversing the blood into the brain. That means you're creating the neurogenesis, massaging your thyroid and parathyroid. Very powerful yoga pose. One more to go. Deep inhale, hold, exhale, and towards the back wall. Stay there, everybody. Deep inhale, exhale, hip onto the floor, leg onto the floor, and deep inhale, arms move back. Exhale, bend both the knees towards your chest, chin touching your knees, pulling all that out. Now place the feet on the floor, arms by the side of your body, lifting your hip up like a bridge, squeezing the shoulder blades, bringing the elbows under, pressing the palms under, lift it up as much as you can. Maybe you can drag your feet a little bit closer. Lift it up. 1 and 2 and 3. One more to go, everybody. Deep inhale, hold, exhale, hip onto the floor, squeeze the knee towards the chest, chin touching your knees, pulling all that out. And deep inhale, roll forward and straighten the leg forward. Bending your right knee, right heel touching the perineum. Left toes pointed towards you, left heels away from you. With a deep inhale, lift your arms up all the way to the sky. When you exhale, flex your body forward as much as you can. Hold on to your toes, heels, calf. Flex your body as much as you can. Your chin touching your knee. Exhaling all the way around. Stay there, everybody. Hold it there. Every inhalation, straighten the spine bit. Straighten the leg a little bit. Every exhalation, flex your body a little bit forward. One last one, deep inhale. Hold. And exhale. Next, inhale with your arms above the sky. When you exhale, take your left leg, place it to the right side of your right thigh. Right side of your right thigh. Hold it there. Deep inhale. Hold. And exhale. With the deep inhale, your right arm above the sky. Exhale, hold on to the right toes. The deep inhale, left arm above the sky. Exhale, twist the tongue and look towards the back wall. 1. And 2. And 3. With the deep inhale, lift your arms above the sky. Exhale, place to the other side. And deep inhale and straighten the spine. Exhale, twist the tongue and look towards the back wall. 1. And 2. And 3. With the deep inhale, lift your arms above the sky and straighten the leg forward. Exhale, arms by the side of your body. Now bending your left knee, left heel touching the perineum, right toes pointed towards you. And deep inhale, lift your arms above the sky. Exhale, flex your body forward, lock your toes, heels, calf, arms behind the calf, chin touching your knee, just pulling all that out. Every inhalation, straighten the spine a little bit. Every exhalation, flex your body forward. One last one, deep inhale, and exhale. Next inhale, lift your body up. Take your right leg, place it on the left side of your left thigh. And deep inhale, left arm above the sky. Exhale, twist the tongue, hold on to the left toes. And twist the tongue as much as you can. So as we did before, if you're going to place the palms behind your body a lot, bring it closer to the hip. To create the space between the vertebrae by propping up the spine. Exhale, twist the trunk. Now remember, there's no pressure between the neck and the shoulder. All the pressure is between your lower body and the hip. Squeezing your internal organs. Flushing out all the toxins. One more to go deep in here. And exhale. Next inhale, lift your arms above the sky. Exhale to the other side. Twist the tongue as much as you can. One more to go deep in here. Hold. And exhale. Next inhale, lift your arms above the sky and straighten the leg forward. Exhale, lie down on the floor. And deep inhale, arms move back. Exhale, bend both the knees towards your chest. And deep inhale, roll forward and stand up at the center of the mat. Lift your arms above the way to the sky. Exhale, arms by the side of your body. Now everybody, place the right palm on the right hip and left leg up and lock your toes. With a deep inhale, straighten the leg forward a little bit. And open up the hip if you want to. And open up the arms. 1. And 2. Stay there, everybody, deep inhale. Hold. And exhale. Last one, deep inhale. Exhale, come back. Deep inhale again. Exhale, feet on the floor and walk your feet. Left palm on the left hip and right leg up and lock your toes. Now, if you cannot stretch your leg forward, that's okay. You can stay in here. The only thing I would suggest is bring the knees to the center so you can take the femur head away from the hip joint. Then straighten the leg forward. Then open up the hip. Then open up your arms. 1. And 2. And 3. Deep inhale again. Exhale, come back. Deep inhale again. Exhale, feet on the floor and walk your feet. Deep inhale with your arms up. Exhale to the forward bend. With the deep inhale, right leg move back into the Asana, stretching your leg as much as you can. Now, Asana, you are stretching the front leg towards the front mirror, back feet is towards the back wall. You are keeping deeper and deeper. And looking towards the front mirror, open up the chest, open up the heart as much as you can. Every inhalation, lift your arms up. Every exhalation, sink deeper and deeper. Now imagine the green light I told you. The green light of love, compassion, service, peace, and joy residing in you. Every inhalation, ignite that green light brighter and brighter. One more to go deep in here. Hold. and exhale. Last one, deep inhale. When you exhale, press the palms forward, pull the front leg back into that extended mountain. Feet on the floor, your tailbone to the sky, put the shoulders towards your knee as much as you can. Extended mountain. Every inhalation, straighten the spine a little bit. Every exhalation, put the shoulders all the way down. Now, keep your eyes closed. Imagine that orange light shining on your pubic bone. The orange light that controls your addiction, sensuality, and relationships. Every inhalation, ignite that orange light brighter and brighter. One more to go deep. Inhale, hold, exhale, knee on the floor, chest on the floor between your palms, and chin on the floor. Ashtanga Pranamasana. 8-point going down. Your chin is on the floor, your chest is on the floor, your arms are on the floor, 2 knees on the floor, 2 toes on the floor, keeping your eyes closed. Now you can imagine the green light shining on your heart, or orange light shining on your pubic bone. So only 8 points touching the floor. Now if you want to, if you can take off your palms a little bit, let the heart sink deeper and deeper. One more to go deep. Inhale, hold, exhale. Next inhale into the cobra, pressing the palms onto the floor, squeezing the shoulders, looking at the sky. Your hip is on the floor. One more to go deep. Inhale, hold, exhale into that extended mountain. One more time. With a deep inhale, left leg move forward into the flying horse, lifting your arms up all the way to the sky. Open up the chest, open up the heart as much as you can. When you exhale, press the palms forward, pull the back leg front into Uttanasana, forward bend. Now with the deep inhale, left leg move back into the flying horse. So left toes pointed towards the back wall, left feet towards the front mirror. Your hip is neutral, sinking deeper and deeper, lifting your arms up all the way to the sky. Open up the chest and imagine the green light shining on your heart. Hold it there. One more to go deep. Inhale, hold, exhale, press the palms forward, pull the front leg back into that extended mountain. Feet on the floor, legs straight, tailbone to the sky, pushing the shoulders using knee, keeping your eyes closed. Imagine that orange light shining on your pubic bone. One more time, deep inhale, exhale, knee on the floor, chest on the floor, sink deeper and deeper. And deep inhale to the cobra. Hold it there. Now there is a difference between the cobra and the up dog. In the up dog, your hip was up. In the cobra, your hip is on the floor. Keeping your eyes closed. One more time, deep inhale, hold, exhale into the extended mountain. With the deep inhale, right now move forward into the flying horse, lifting your arms up all the way to the sky. Open up the chest as much as you can. Exhale into the forward bend. Expel all that out. And deep inhale, lift your arms all the way to the sky. Exhale, arms by the side of your body. Everybody, get into kneeling position. Now, your knees are below your hip, your toes pointed towards the back wall. Now, place the palms onto the heels. Hold on to your heels. Now, if you want to, you can put the hip forward, squeeze your shoulder blades, looking at the sky. Open up the heart as much as you can. This pose is called Ustrasana, the camel. So what you're doing is, you are pushing the hip forward, at the same time you're looking towards the back wall, opening up the chest. Keep your eyes closed. Every inhalation, you can imagine the green light shining on your heart. The green light of love, compassion, service, peace, and joy residing in you. One more to go deep. Inhale, hold, and exhale. Now if you want to, you can place the palms on the hip too. Squeeze your shoulder blades, pushing the hip forward. One more to go deep. Inhale, hold, and exhale. Next inhale, lift your arms above the sky. Exhale into all four, and deep inhale to the cow. Exhale into the cat. Lift your body up into the down dog. Stay there, everybody. Now we are moving to the pigeon. It is a challenging pose. So I'm going to take you into that pose step by step. With a deep inhale, right leg up all the way to the sky. Now bring the right knee under the right elbow. Plus the right feet to the left. And bending your left knee and left toes pointed towards the back wall. So at this time, I want all of you to look towards the back wall along the shoulder. So you can see your toes, your heels, your knee, hip. Lift that axis up and rotate that axis internally and drag it down. Open up the right knee. Lift it up, rotate, and drag. Open up the right knee. 1, 2, and 3, and open. Now your hip is neutral. You're engaging all the low or deep hip muscles. Walk your arms forward, pushing the chest onto the floor. Sink deeper and deeper. Open up the hip as much as you can. Now I'm going to hold this pose for several breaths. So you are going to lie down. So number 1, you are engaging all the deep hip muscles, including the piriformis muscle. So the piriformis muscle is called the teenage muscle in your body. Whatever you do to stretch that muscle, it will reflex back into its original position. It's called spindle reflex. If you want to get out of that spindle reflex, you have to hold this for a long. So what is the point? That's a muscle. The piriformis muscle is the one which is running over the sciatic nerve. So if it is very tight, it will impinge the sciatic nerve. That is the reason for most of the cases for the sciatic nerve syndrome. So if you want to get the sciatic nerve syndrome off of your body, this is one of the perfect poses to do. Pigeon. So that's all the anatomy and the physiology of this pose. So I want to express and explain to you what is the psychology, what is the emotional status of this pose in the next part. With a deep inhale, lift your body up. Exhale into the down dog and walk your dog out your body, push kicking the heels to the floor alternatively. With a deep inhale, left leg upon the sky into the down dog split, lift it up. Exhale, bend your left knee, press the left foot to the right, right knee bent, right toes pointed towards the back wall. Hold it there. Now, so look along the right shoulder towards the right heel. See your heels, your toes, your knee. So lift the hip up and rotate your hip and drag it down. Open up the left knee. 1, 2, and 3. And open up the knee a little bit. Last one, lift, rotate, and drag it down. Walk your arms forward, pushing the hip onto the floor, just onto the floor. Now imagine the green light shining on your heart, or the orange light shining on your pubic bone, the green light of compassion, the orange light that controls your addiction, sensuality, and relationships. 2 more to go deep in here. Hold and exhale. Now this is an also opportunity for you to work on your hamstrings, your glute, erector spinae muscle, deep hip muscles. 2 more to go deep in here. Hold and exhale. One last one, deep in here. Hold and exhale. Next inhale, lift your body up. Exhale into the down dog and walk your dog out of body, kicking the heels to the floor, bending the knee as much as you can. Now walk forward and sit at the center of the mat. So now we are going to get into the meditation. Sit down in the most comfortable position for you. So there are few things I want to tell before we get into this meditation on the heart chakra. Sit in the most comfortable position for you. Now, I normally get into this pose by interlacing my fingers, pressing the palms between my thighs. Or you can also do what you call Jnana Mudra, the seal of knowledge, by bringing the index finger and the thumb together, rest of the fingers straight, and placing it on the thigh. That's another possibility. Now you can lift your chest up a little bit, squeeze your shoulders, bring the elbows together to keep your breathing passages open. Keep your eyes closed. Inhale, hold, and exhale as I told you before. Just focus on your breath. So when I ask you to focus on your breath, my goal is to bring the mind back to you. So when I say to focus, there are several things you can focus on your breathing. You can feel the movement of your chest. You can feel the movement of your sternum. You can feel the movement of intercostals. You can feel the movement of your diaphragm. Those are all the movements you are listening to when you inhale and exhale to bring the mind back to you. So as I told you last week, there is a possibility your mind can wander a lot. So I am going to give you another tool to focus on. Listen to the sound of your breath. So now you have two things to focus on. The movement of your body, your sternum, your intercostals, your diaphragm, rectus abdominis, obliques. Feel them all. Listen to the music of your breath. Listen to the music of your breath. Now what I want to do, imagine the green light shining on your heart. The green light of love that leads to compassion. Green light of compassion that leads to service. Green light of service that leads to peace. Green light of peace that leads to joy in you. Every inhalation ignites that green light brighter and brighter. As I told you before, you may not be able to see the lights. Doesn't really matter. But I want to bring into your mind all the things in your life where you were compassionate, where you were able to love. Bring those incidents into your mind and write in your subconscious mind. You are able to love, you are able to serve, you are able to be a compassionate soul. So when you do that, your subconscious mind will trust you. It will act as a faithful servant or a friend. And you'll act upon it when you need it. It's called subconscious empowerment. How to physically manifest your subconscious. Every inhalation ignites that green light brighter and brighter. Or you can also imagine a yellow orange light shining on your pubic bone. The orange light that controls your addiction, sensuality, and relationships. Again, you may be able to see that light, or you may not. If you are not able, bring into your mind all the actions of the relationships. How you talk to your friends, how you call your friends and talk to them in these difficult moments, how you thought about them, how you kept it in your mind, them, their thoughts in their mind, how you pray for others when they are suffering. Bring that into your mind. So there are 4 things in your mind now. You are listening to the movement of your body. You're listening to the movement of your chest, your sternum, your intercostals, your diaphragm, your abdominals. You are listening to the music of your breath. You are igniting the green light shining on your heart, or the orange light shining on your pubic bone. And relax. Anytime when you feel the mind is wandering, bring the mind gently with compassion. Do not force your mind. So you have an intention in your mind. The green light shining on your heart, the orange light shining on your pubic bone, the green light of compassion, the green light of service and peace and joy residing in you, the orange light that controls your addiction, sensuality, relationships. Ignite them with every breath of your life. Keep your eyes closed. Feel the movement of your abdomen, feel the movement of your chest, feel the movement of your breath, listen to the music of your breath. Exaggerate all the movement. So you bring back more and more awareness into you. Now release your fingers, gently wiggle your fingers. Place the palms on the floor, your fingers touching the floor, keeping your eyes closed. With a deep inhale, lift your arms above the sky, press the palms together, your fingers forming a nice steeple over your head. When exhale, slowly drop the palms to the center of your heart, your thumb touching your heart. Deep inhale through nostrils. Deep inhale through nostrils. Exhale with the mouth open. Deep inhale again. Exhale with the deep Om. So I'm going to chant a small Sanskrit mantra. The meaning of the mantra is Logaha Samastaha Suvino Bhavantu. Let all the Samastaha Suvino Bhavantu. Let all the people in this world live peacefully. If you're comfortable, you can join me after I recite the mantra. Logaha Samastaha Sugino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.